it is your girl Jade Ashley, and I want to welcome you back to a new video. Now, this is not a new video of when a beat drops, but this is simply a video just about the 2015 BET Awards, which took place yesterday, which was Sunday. This right now, as I'm recording, is Monday, and you guys will see this video on Tuesday. I figured, why wait all the way to the weekend to talk about the show and talk about it while it's still fresh in our minds? So stay tuned for more. Okay guys, so first things first, I have to say that I absolutely like this year's BET Awards. It's no secret, the past couple of years we'll say, okay, we like this part, but overall the show wasn't all that. But I have to say, from the beginning to the end, I really much enjoyed this year's award show. So kudos to BET for that, number one. And yeah, so I think I'm just gonna, while I was watching the show last night, I was actually taking notes, and I'm just gonna talk about everything that happened in order from start to finish. And I of course I have to start off with Kendrick Lamar, because he opened the show and he performed his song Alright off of his latest album, To Pimp a Butterfly. And I thought that he was the perfect person to actually open up the show, because there's so much going on within America, there's so much going on within just the black community as well, that, you know, his album To Pimp a Butterfly was nothing but just a huge message to like everyone. So, you know, him performing Alright was perfect. So I think BET did a great job at opening the show with the message. And you know, there was a lot of symbolism going on within his performance, definitely with him performing on top of the police car, and then you also had like the American flag in the background as he was performing. So of course it's Kendrick, like of course Kendrick does well. Like, I mean, there's not much to say. Perfect song for what's going on in America, I guess you can say, as of right now. And you know, the whole setup for the stage was everything, and I have absolutely nothing bad to say about it. I mean, it's Kendrick, so yeah. Anyway, the next performance I want to talk about is Janelle Monáe and Jadena. So the first person to pop up on the stage was Janelle Monáe. She performed her song Yoga, which I absolutely love. And what I thought was pretty dope was that when she, you know, her performance started off, she was like sitting on this thing like Indian style, and it kind of looked like she was, you know, levitating. Of course, I'm sure she wasn't levitating, but you know, I don't know exactly what she was sitting on to make it look like she was levitating, but that was pretty dope. And you know, she's always energetic with her performances, you know, she's never dull. So of course, you know, she had everyone dancing, because yoga is, first of all, yoga is a poppin' song. And then, you know, she had her dance moves, and then it kind of, you know, segued into Jadena's song Classic Man, which is on everyone's radio station. So this is a lot of people's first time, like my first time actually seeing him perform live, and I thought he did a great job. You know, it was, he's definitely bringing something completely different to like the whole rap game, with the whole classic man with the suit and stuff or whatever. So I pretty much enjoyed their performance as well. And then following that, there was an award. Nicki Minaj, she won Best Female Hip Hop, and she brought her mom on stage when she accepted that award, because she wanted to thank her mom in front of everyone, because she, of course, you know, she was saying without her mom she wouldn't be where she's at. And a lot of people each year, they have like something to say about Nicki winning, because I think she's been winning that award since like 2010 or something like that. Yeah, like since 2010. So my response to that when I was talking about it on Twitter was, y'all always have something to say about Nicki winning Best Female Hip Hop, but y'all gotta look at her credentials though. Like, whether she had an album that year or not, like she was always featured on somebody's track or something. Like Nicki has been in our faces for like the past 5-6 years or something like that. So not to mention, she just had an album come out, so it's like she stays working. It's not like she doesn't work and then she just gets nominated. It's like, y'all have to look at what this woman is doing. She's working. So who are they not gonna like nominate? Of course they have other people that they nominate in the category, but when you look at them, hands down, you know, you have to pick Nicki. Now, other artists who was nominated within the category with Nicki was people such as like Dej Loaf and like Tink and stuff or whatever, and they're still relatively new. I don't think they for a fact I know that they didn't even have like debut albums come out yet. But the fact that they got nominated shows that, you know, okay, they're doing what they have to do within this, you know, female hip-hop game. And at one point in time, it was kind of hard to like even come up with nominees for that category, but now there's more females being nominated along with Nicki. So I mean, but don't be mad at Nicki, like, come on, she working. Like, anyway, so after Nicki Minaj won her award for Best Female Hip Hop, Kendrick Lamar then he also won for Best Male Hip Hop, and a lot of people was mad about that because J. Cole was also in the category as well, and a lot of people were saying, well, he had a platinum album with no features on it, so he should have won. But me, I don't know, I'm kind of torn because I have both Kendrick's new album and I have J. Cole's new album as well, and I feel like both of their albums was dope. So I mean, to me, it could have went to either or. Unfortunately, there can't be two winners, can only be one. And one thing that I kind of noticed is that this year that they only showed a couple of like winners as far as like those who were nominated. So yeah, I don't know, maybe there was another category that J. Cole was a part of that he could have won, I don't know. But yeah, so Kendrick won Best Male Hip Hop, and then following Kendrick's award and his acceptance speech, he like basically said thanks to God and to, you know, the community, Compton and Watts and all of that, and all the boys and girls within the community centers and stuff, because y'all know he cares about the community. So he thanked them basically. And then after his acceptance speech, Chris Brown and Tyga, they performed Ayo, and that was the perfect song to perform because that was the best song on their album. So yeah, it was a dope performance though. Y'all know Chris, he was working hard that night. That was just the first performance that he was a part of. But yeah, so he, you know, he did his thing, and, you know, Tyga did his thing. And then from, you know, Ayo, it kind of segued into Omarion's Supposed to Be. And it only made sense because Chris is on that track as well. And Jhené Aiko wasn't there, but you know, it was a necessary performance just because those are two of the hottest, you know, songs from like on the hip hop and R&B charts of this year. So yeah. And then following that, you know, like the camera, when they come back from commercial break and then when they're going into commercial break, or even like during the performances and stuff like that, they have like the camera like scoping out the audience and stuff. So Rihanna, she was sitting there with duct tape, and I'm like, why is she sitting there with duct tape? And it turns out that I guess it was a little acting thing that they did or whatever, because she showed like the first minute of her video for Bitch Better Have My Money, which comes out this Thursday. So I guess like it was supposed to be something like that, because at one point in time she was sitting next to Floyd Mayweather and she had his mouth duct taped and she had his hands tied up and stuff or whatever. I mean, I thought the whole thing was corny or whatever. I just like looking at Rihanna because she looked great. So yeah. But anyway, the next performance that happened was The Weeknd. He performed a song that I don't know, and I should have looked it up before I pressed record on this camera, but whatever. Because then after he performed his song, Alicia Keys, she came out with her piano, and her and The Weeknd did a duet of his song Earned It from the 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack. And I think that he could have did that song by himself, honestly. Alicia, she wasn't bad, but she had bad moments. Then she had good moments. But if you ask me, he could have did it by himself. Like, I mean, I guess it was cute that they came together to do a duet of his song, but it's his song, and right about now he was the only person that could really sing it, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, Alicia, she's still cool though, but I mean, that just wasn't one of her best performances. But The Weeknd, he killed the entire performance when he sung the song before Earned It and when he, you know, sung his part of Earned It. So yeah. Then following that, Sam Smith, he actually won the award for Best New Artist, but he wasn't there or whatever. So Anthony Anderson, who was, I didn't even mention, okay, Anthony Anderson and Tracee Ellis Ross, they hosted the show together or whatever. So yeah, Anthony Anderson, he dressed up as Sam Smith to accept his award for him, and he made a joke saying that Sam Smith wasn't at the award show because he wasn't black or whatever. But you know, Sam Smith, he's been collecting Best New Artist from all of the award shows this year anyway, because you know, he had a breakout year. So yeah. Following Sam Smith, one of the best parts of the show occurred, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, and that was the, you know, Bad Boy reunion, as Bad Boy was celebrating 20 years, you know, and I'm like, wow, 20 years. So that means like Bad Boy Records, like everything started when I was like 1 or something like that, or going on 1, because I know everything started big. It was like the first artist on Bad Boy, and you know, Ready to Die, that came out on 94 or something like that. His first album came out 94. I was born in 94, but whatever, it's not about me. So yeah, it was the 20th, that, like I said, they were celebrating 20 years of Bad Boy and stuff. So this was one of the highlights, and this is one thing that I was definitely looking forward to. And like, they killed it. When I tell you, everybody was on that stage. They had Mace, they had the Locks, they had Faith Evans, they had Little Kim, and I'm so happy that Little Kim and Faith Evans, after all of these years, are like on good terms to where they could be on the same stage, they could be in the same room and stuff or whatever. They had 112. Did I say the Locks? I think I said the Locks. Like, it was just mad people. I think one thing that I saw that somebody said, what I kind of agreed with, was that French Montana, he was also a part of the performance, and they was saying that that whole moment could have been done without French, which I agree, but at the same time I understand why French was there, because they are celebrating like the entire 20 years, and then French, he's like the only, I feel like, the only artist that's still on Bad Boy for today. So he was kind of representing for Bad Boy Records today, but you know, it kind of didn't mix because he was the only, you know, one there, and then everything else was like Bad Boys early 2000s, Bad Boys 1990s. So it kind of like, it didn't mesh, but I understood why he was there, but he didn't really have to be there, but whatever, because you know, it was just dope. Like, one thing that everybody talked about that I did not see, and I'm not gonna lie, I had to blink or something like that, or maybe I turned my head real quick, but Diddy, he fell. Like, it was like this little hole in the floor, and he was walking, he fell and got back up, but he had to do it so professionally, because I really did not know. Had it not been for social media and everybody reposting that video, I would have not seen him fall whatsoever. And then another thing that everyone was talking about was Little Kim, like her entrance, because they was doing all about the Benjamins. So like, when it came to her part, and y'all know that Little Kim part, that's like the best part. So the way she popped up, she was like, "You wanna rumble with the beat, huh?" And I was like, yes. Like, she, like, when I tell you, when Little Kim rose up from the floor, okay, the part where Little Kim rose up, that's the part he fell in, but he fell after Little Kim came out, whatever, obviously. But yeah, when she rose up, like, the whole Staples Center went bonkers. I was like, yes, Little Kim, and she looked great, because y'all know sometimes her makeup and her hair be looking a little crazy, but she looked amazing. You know, Diddy made sure she was looking right for that performance. But yeah, like, the whole entire Bad Boy reunion, which is so dope. I was like so, you know, happy to see it, and it just made me happy to be from the 90s. I mean, I was a little kid during the 90s, but you know, whatever, I'm still from that era. So yeah, and then the whole thing ended off with Diddy. He performed a new song featuring Pharrell, and the name of the song is called Finna Get Loose, and I think that's going to be on Diddy's new album Money Making Mitch, which doesn't have a release date yet, but he has been talking about that album since like last year. So yeah, but he ended off with that song with Pharrell, and then it was later revealed after the award show that there will actually be like a Bad Boy reunion tour. So it's gonna be like so many other people, because with the last song, it was other artists that was on Bad Boy that came on stage. Mario Winans, I don't wanna know if you play me, keep it it on him. He was on stage. Of course, y'all know Janelle Monáe, she started off on Bad Boy. So, you know, it was just dope to just see, like, it was just dope. Like, one of the best parts of the show. Like, that had everybody going bonkers. So, followed by the Bad Boy 20-year reunion performance. Then Smokey Robinson, he got his tribute because he received the Lifetime Achievement Award, and the people who paid tribute to him was Tori Kelly. Now, I talked about Tori Kelly when I talked about the AMAs. Was that the AMAs? No, it was the Billboard Music Awards. But I talked about her, and I talked about how dope she was vocally. So I felt like she was, like, she belongs at the BET Awards, okay? The way she sang, she belongs at the BET Awards. So I was glad that she was there. And she was a part of the Smokey Robinson tribute. And she sung Who's Loving You Now. And you guys know that he wrote that song for the Jackson 5. And then another person who kind of resurfaced, we haven't seen him since, like, his whole divorce drama and the Marvin Gaye drama, unless you, like, see him in the tabloids with his son and his new girlfriend, is Robin Thicke. And he sung Ooh Baby Baby, ooh baby baby, that song. And then my Uncle Neo was also a part of the tribute, and those were like real singers. So I like BET always knows what to do when it comes to paying tribute to people. Like, they pick the perfect singers to, you know, fill that void. So after the Smokey Robinson tribute, then we finally got to see Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill perform their new song All Eyes on You, which is on Meek's new album Dreams Worth More Than Money, which is out today. And the song also features Chris Brown, but nobody was paying attention to Chris. But, you know, Chris, he did his little dancing thing. But I say nobody was paying attention to Chris because everybody wanted to see Nicki Minaj and Meek Mill, you know, interact. And, you know, Meek was just happy. They was all googly eye and stuff or whatever. It was nothing like too like extra about their performance. You know, they was just on stage and they was just rapping, and that was it. So I mean, I guess it was cute that we got to see them, you know, yeah, or whatever. So that's it for that performance. Other than that, Empire performance. We all watch Empire and stuff. We love Empire and stuff. And I did not expect them to honestly perform. You know, it was Jussie Smollett, Yaz the Greatest, and then the girl Soraya. So, they did drip drop. And then, you know, Jussie, he went into my song, You're So Beautiful. But then he started saying his little speech. And I'm like, wait, what the hell? I'm like, this is not part of the song. I'm like, I know the whole song by now. And at first, I wasn't paying attention. But, you know, after a while, after you read around social media and stuff like that, you kind of figure out what he was talking about in the middle of his little speech during the song. So basically, it was a speech, I think it was about like gay rights or something like that. Because y'all know recently, gay marriage is like legalized, like I think throughout like the whole country or something. So yeah. But, you know, I was kind of like, I was like, Jussie, that's not a part of the song, like, what you doing? But I mean, I get the point or whatever, and it kind of contrasts to his real life and then his character on the show. So yeah, but it was the Empire performance. And then another dope performance, I think one of the best individual performances of the night would have to go to Big Sean. Like, Big Sean needs his credit. Like, he had one of the best performances of the night. He started his performance by rapping the opening lines of his song One Man Can Change the World, and then he went into Blessings, and then he ended his performance with I Don't With You, and he brought E40 out. But what was so dope about his performance was that for most of his performance, he was on the stage by himself. And when I told you he had the whole audience standing and had everybody singing along with him, definitely through Blessings and I Don't With You. So like, he was just like energized throughout the whole performance. He rapped clearly, like everything just looked like the graphics behind him was dope. Like he just had a dope performance. So shout outs to Big Sean, because you know, when I tell you that Dark Side Paradise was definitely a dope album from this year, I was so serious about it, and it showed in his performance as he demanded the entire crowd and had everybody in there singing with him. And then what got me hyped was on the after party show, he premiered his song, or the music video for his song Play No Games, because he's been like releasing music videos left and right. So the video for Play No Games is so dope, and I was so happy to see it. So you guys have to check out my blog, www.jade-ashley94.blogspot.com, because that will be posted up there. So yeah. Other than Big Sean's dope performance, another part that we was waiting for the entire show was, of course, the Janet Jackson tribute. You know, Janet Jackson, this is a new award that they added to the BET Awards. She received the Ultimate Icon Music Dance Visual Award, and days leading up to the BET Awards, they let us know that, you know, Tinashe, Jason Derulo, and Ciara was going to be doing a tribute. Now, me personally, I said that I like them all, but I feel like the only person that should be involved in this tribute was Ciara, because from the day Ciara came out, and I think that was like 2004, 2005, she said, I'm inspired by Janet. I look up to Janet. And seeing Ciara as an artist, you could not tell us that she did not, like, the way she sings, she has that light, whispery type of voice, the way that Janet has, and she can dance her ass off. So I felt like Ciara was the only person that should have been a part of the tribute. But you know, Tinashe, she opened up the tribute by, okay, one thing that I loved about the tribute was that none of them were singing, so that was good. You know, not that none of them can't sing, but they just didn't need to sing. Like, we just wanted to see them try to embody and pay tribute to Janet. So Tinashe, she opened up the tribute by doing the dance, or dancing to, or the dance from, I should say, Pleasure Principle, and then segued into Jason Derulo as he started dancing with a whole bunch of background dancers for All For You. And then of course Ciara had to end it, and she ended it off with the Rhythm Nation, and like it was dope. Like, at first, like, Ciara, she had the curly hair, she looked like Janet, she had the moves packed down. Like, I was just happy for Ciara just for doing that, because I know how much of a Janet Jackson fan that she was, and how much she was inspired by Janet, and she was very vocal about it when she came into the industry. So I was just happy, and you know, it was dope. But if you ask me, Ciara could have did that entire tribute by herself. It was a good tribute, but she could have did it by herself. And then Janet, she just looked amazing. Hair, like, and I thought she was going to perform too, because then they started playing the music for her new song No Sleep, and then it was like dancers still dancing. So I thought Janet was about to come out and start singing. Janet just came out and she was like, hey, what's up, y'all? And you know, she got on the mic and thanked everybody. You know, Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis presented her with the award and all of that. But regardless of the fact, like, I keep trying to tell y'all, I've been telling y'all for the last couple of videos, Janet is about to slay with this return that she doing. So yeah, that was definitely the second highlight of the award show. And then following that, Chris Brown was awarded both the Fandemonium and the Best Male R&B Awards. And you know, he just, like always, you know, he knows, he admits his wrongs, and he knows that the last couple of years have been ups and downs and stuff, but he thanks all of his fans that were, like, you know, riding with him and supporting him and stuff or whatever. And yeah, that's about it. And he thanked, of course, his daughter Royalty. He said the best thing was becoming a father and stuff, whatever. So yeah, so congrats to Chris. Like, Chris Brown, I think he's the only person to ever win the Fandemonium Award ever since they started the BET Awards. That just shows that no matter what Chris Brown goes through, he always has the support of his fans, and that's that. So another performance to me that meant a lot to me was the mesh up, or the double performance with K.Michelle and Tamar Braxton. Now, you guys know that I both love them, but we also know that they have been beefing for like a little bit over a year now. But that beef was started by Tamar. I said I love Tamar, but you have to just say it like it is, and she started the beef. That's what it is. But the performance started with my BFF K.Michelle. She was looking amazing in her little performance, you know, because she has performance costumes and stuff, and she performed her song Hard to Do off of her latest album, Anybody Want to Buy a Heart. And then after that it went to Tamar, and she performed her new song If I Don't Have You, and then they came together. And Tamar, she apologized on stage to K.Michelle, and then they started singing If Only You Knew by the legendary Patti LaBelle. And then Patti LaBelle came down, and she came in the middle and she killed it. Like, I love Tamar and I love K.Michelle, but of course Patti still has the vocals, and she slayed both of them. But I really like the performance. I don't want to like try to compare them, but you know, K.Michelle murdered like everything. So whenever she thinking she about to come back on tour, she need to let a sister know, because I have not seen her since June of 2013, and it is now the summer of 2015. So I need to see her like ASAP. Okay, so yeah, but she did an amazing job. Now Tamar, the first thing I thought when I saw Tamar, I did not like her outfit. I love Tamar now, but that was a poor choice of clothing. And you don't do that to the BET Awards. Like, I know it's the BET Awards and some people come looking crazy, but you know people are going to talk about it. So I really didn't like her outfit. She came out in this big fur, and then she came out in like this, it was like this mustard color, like it looked like a grandma dress. Honestly, that's what it looked like to me. And her vocals weren't bad. We know Tamar can sing her ass off. I think she just started off a little bit like, I don't know, I think she was nervous, because I know a lot of times she admits to her nerves before she does a performance and stuff. And I don't know if it was her, you know, knowing that she was about to apologize to K.Michelle in front of millions of people, or was it the fact that she was performing with Patti LaBelle. So I think her nerves is what got her vocally at the beginning of If I Don't Have You, but then it gradually got better, and you know, she killed it by the end. So vocally, it started off shaky but got better. Outfit wise, I did not like it. Another thing that bothered me, and I always say this about Tamar, is like, I love when she sings, but her facial expressions when she sings are like very weird, and the way she does her eyes like when she performs is very weird. And this particular performance, she had on false bottom lashes and stuff. Y'all know I don't know all about makeup. I know a little thing or two, but she had like these falsy bottom lashes, and they kind of give you like this baby doll type of look when you wear them. So Tamar, she was like this with her eye, so she looked like a broken baby doll when she was singing. So she had this ugly dress on. I love Tamar, but the dress was ugly. She had this ugly dress on, these baby doll looking bottom lashes, crazy facial expressions, and then her eyes was looking all type of crazy. So she just, look, I'm so glad that Tamar and K.Michelle were able to come together. It meant everything to me. It still looked like it was a little awkward and stuff or whatever, but I mean, look, I'm just happy. It meant a lot to me to see two of my favorites, you know, perform. It really meant a lot to me, honestly, and I love them both. That's all I have to say about that. So then, the last performance of the night was Fetty Wap. You know, he's like one of the breakout stars of 2015, and I've mentioned like a couple of times by now, he's also part of like the XXL's freshman class, and he kind of closed the show. He was the last performance as he performed his song Trap Queen, and he had the whole audience going crazy because that was like the hit of the year. And a lot of people were saying that he should have performed My Way, which I thought he should have also done. You know, he didn't have to stick to one song. He could have did 2 songs or whatever. But it was still whatever. Everyone loved his performance, and it was a success. So yeah, that is my wrap up of the 2015 BET Awards. Okay guys, so I want to thank you for tuning into this video, and like always, you know I have to remind you guys to comment on this video, like this video, share this video with someone, and also subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And I'm not sure if I'm going to do a new video of when to be dropped for this upcoming weekend because it is 4th of July weekend, but I want you guys to let me know whether or not you're looking forward to a new video this weekend or not. You can hit me up on my social media, which is Jade_Ashley94 on all social media platforms and stuff or whatever. I'm still kind of deciding whether or not. I'm not sure. But once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hey guys, thank you for watching, and don't forget to share and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.